We have said it many times on this channel. Always look for a pattern. This is very important. This is how detectives usually solve a case. A pattern is very important. It tells your story. It tells you that somebody is consistently doing something with a certain objective. Now, there's a lot of consistency in the allegations by Deputy President William Samoei Ruto and his team, including his very efficient, effective propaganda team, propaganda machine. Yeah. They have been very busy, consistently. It is a pattern telling us that the 2022 presidential elections are going to be rigged. And the latest is that they have now included a new name, a brand new name in these allegations. That of the ICT Cabinet Secretary, Joe Mucheru. Now, I find this super fascinating. Why? Because without knowing it, the Deputy President is giving us the names of the people who were involved in 2017 in generating vifaranga vya computer. Yani people who are never, ever elected by the people of Kenya, by real votes. But in fact, people who were elected by the computer, one computer. Yeah? So, that is what the man is doing. In case the man does not know it, that is what he is doing. He is giving us evidence of what happened in 2017. Anyway, as I've said in past videos, this is a very important part of Deputy President William Samoei Ruto's strategy. To sell to us the idea that he is so popular. It is obvious he's going to win. So much so that people must desperately rig him out to stop him. That's really what's happening. Now, according to me, the really scary part of all this is that this strategy of the Deputy President does not envisage peace after the elections for it to work. Because you see, when you bring forth rigging claims, your supporters will not like it. They will have an excuse, an emotional excuse to cause trouble. And that's the whole idea. Without the rigging claims, in my opinion, Ruto is nowhere. Only the rigging claims can give the Deputy President a fighting chance of being anywhere in the upcoming presidential polls. Folks, that is the naked truth. And if you don't see it, if you have never seen it, and if you will never see it, and you're not a supporter of the Deputy President, I nakuhurumia. Because it is so obvious. It is too obvious that this is what's going to happen. And that this is what the intention of the Deputy President is. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest that you go back to some of my earlier videos on this channel, where I explain in great detail exactly the way the whole plan, the whole strategy is going to go down. And this is just further evidence, strengthening what I've already said, confirming what I've already said. Because this rigging story doesn't seem to leave. It is always there. After a few days, at most a week or two, rigging claims come in again. After a few days, a week or two, rigging claims again. It's a pattern. Yeah, very deliberate. And you see, they say, if you repeat something enough times, people will start believing it as the gospel truth. Because you tell me, if you already have such massive support around the country, if already you know that even without certain people being a running mate, even without certain entire regions, you already know, and not only you, other people also know, other neutral observers also know, that you'll win the election by a landslide, why on earth would you be thinking about rigging? Why on earth would you spend time and resources planning how you're going to rig an election that you already know you have in the bag, that is yours to lose? Yeah, that you will definitely win. Okay, the latest claims actually emerge from a meeting we are told allegedly happened, yeah, involving government officials, where they discussed various strategies of how they're going to ensure that Team Azimio wins the general elections, wins the presidential elections. Yeah. Now, this information is coming from the DP camp. And of course, because they're a very interested party in the upcoming elections, we would be fools to trust completely any information we receive from one of the contenders in the upcoming presidential elections. Because we know that to convince people, you have to mix the truth with your lies. And this is exactly what is happening here. We have intelligence information, yeah, from Itumbi's intelligence outfit, allegedly, yeah. But you can be sure it always comes with a pinch of salt. Because the whole idea behind this intelligence bureau of Itumbi's is what? It is to ensure that Ruto wins the elections. It is to ensure that Ruto's agenda is pushed forward. You too, nothing else. So how in 100 years can you expect that intelligence bureau to reveal to us nothing but the truth? What is in it for them? Yeah, those are simple questions you should ask and get answers to. Yeah, otherwise, hii ni story tu na iko na objectives. Very sad. It is very instructive that in the run-up to the 2007 presidential elections, we did not have allegations like these of rigging. We knew there was a government in power which hardly had any support, yeah, and therefore had all the reason to rig. But the opposition at that time did not feature this story of rigging all the time. Instead, they were focused and spent their time out there convincing wananchi, yeah, trying to win votes. They spend most of their time doing that. So it should make you very suspicious. And it should raise various questions. Why a presidential candidate would want to spend their precious time, their precious resources, pushing a narrative that the election is going to be rigged, yeah, instead of being out there focusing on convincing Kenyans to vote for them. Yeah. Now, of course, what happened in 2007 is super fascinating. Yeah, and that's why I'm highly recommending in every video these days that you go for my special offer and get my classic ebook, Let the Blood Flow. I'm in the process of preparing the videos. They're almost done. Yeah. So the idea is, even if you get this ebook, even if you don't have time to read it, even if you don't like reading, the video version is on the way. Yeah. In a few days you'll have the video version. And you can be sure when the video version comes out, this offer will no longer exist. This very amazing offer, where you get the ebook for a mere $10. And on top of that, you also get 1 year membership to my weekly intelligence briefings. Free! Yeah, and you know I have a lot of sensitive information. which I'm featuring very frequently in my weekly intelligence briefings. And this will increase dramatically now as we near the presidential and general elections. There's a lot of information I cannot carry on this public channel. So go for it. Now in Let the Blood Flow, we talk about how Kenyans voted in 2007. And we also talk about the desperate rigging. So when you understand what happened then, it will be very easy for you to completely dismiss the allegations by the deputy president's camp that people are planning to rig them out. Okay, granted, the government in power may use government resources, which by the way is not allowed, may use their government officials, which is not allowed, to push, to kind of campaign, to give an edge to the candidate who the government favors currently. That one we cannot deny. But rigging, get out of here. We also know that government officials are humans, people seeking promotions, and some of them may feel, since we know this is how the government is thinking, if I do 1, 2, 3 to support this government candidate, pengine promotion itakuja haraka. That's how people think. So we cannot dismiss that. It is possible, if you can show us the evidence that that is what is happening on the ground. But rigging, that one is very far-fetched. So far-fetched that I shouldn't even have made this video. Because people have motives for rigging. And I don't see a motive here. Do you? Until next time, this is Kshs. Kumekucha.